You worked with No Limit Sports.
Yes.
Master P at the time was the hottest shit moving.
Yes.
I had a little fake No Limit chain when I was 12. Like, man, No Limit was insane for their run. And Master P starting a sports agency was kind of like, I think the only other person who was doing something similar to that was Jay Prince when he was doing boxing and managing Floyd Mayweather, right? Because this was before there was Rock Nation Sports, all that. How did you link with Master P outside of being in the same city? You're in New Orleans.
We ended up, I linked up with them when I was in school in Austin still. And what happens is agents have runners. Agents usually don't go after the players. They hire someone younger that can relate to the players, and they create the relationships, and then they introduce you to the agent. And so Terry, his name Terry Rito.
That was his runner.
Yeah, that was his runner. And me and Terry were just cool. We were just cool. And I just knew he was connected to No Limit Sports, and like you said, P was everything, especially me coming from Southern California, going to school in Texas, and being introduced to that whole other way. Hey, it was real. Fat Pat, MJG, UGK, UGK. It was. So it was like mind expanding for me, and No Limit was a big part of that. And so I had an agent because I was a baseball player. So I had an agent, and I just thought I would keep that agent into football. Right. But that relationship fell apart, and so I didn't have an agent. And then so all the normal dudes started coming at me, but they just felt like grimy. And so I thought about it, and I said, I'm at the top right now. P is at the top. Like, this could be an amazing partnership that really opens up people's minds to doing things differently, right? You don't always have to go to that same guy that we can overlap the worlds. And so I said let's do this.
And the contract that they negotiated for you was did it end up Did you ever regret making that decision?
Of course. But it's not a negative regret. It's that regret. Like, I was young and naive, and I had these idealistic ideas about what I wanted to do with my NFL career, and I don't regret that. I just remember growing up and hearing people complain about overpaid athletes, and I just didn't. I wanted to be different, and so what I told P and Leland, my agent, is I said, here's what I want. Because I knew, there's a every team has a certain amount of money that they get in order to sign
salary
a rookie.
Cap.
Well, it's a rookie salary cap.
Yep.
And so I knew I was the only draft pick that year. Mm-hmm. And so I said, just give me the max of whatever that rookie salary cap number is, and then I'll make the minimum and make everything else be based off incentives.
So it was your idea to have everything incentive based?
It was me. And they tried to talk me out of it. They said, listen, you have all this leverage, and you have an opportunity, to be the highest paid rookie ever in the history of the NFL. And
you were like, nah.
And I said, and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. I was young. Looking back, I'm like, oh, what the hell? But it just didn't feel right to me at the time. I didn't want to. It didn't feel right. I wanted to earn it. So what I regret is I didn't consider, what if I get hurt and I can't play? And then my first preseason game, I get a bad ankle sprain. I end up missing 10 games my first 2 seasons. And so that it backfired. But, once I got healthy, I put up numbers where I hit those incentives.